When your cat suddenly climbs on you, do you know what they're really trying to say? Most people think it's just cuddling, but a climb is not a cuddle. Your cat just used their entire body to say something they can't meow about. Sometimes it's a warning, sometimes it's a claim, and sometimes they're saying something so emotionally loaded that most owners miss it completely. And if you respond the wrong way in that moment, you won't just miss the message, you'll teach them to stop sending it. Let's decode what that climb really means. 1. They sense something is off with you. Have you ever noticed your cat suddenly climbing on you out of nowhere on a day when you weren't feeling your best? That wasn't a coincidence. Cats have close to 200 million scent receptors in their nose. To put that in perspective, you have about 5 million. That means your cat is picking up on chemical changes in your body that you physically cannot detect yourself. When you're stressed, your body releases more cortisol. When you're sad, your breathing patterns shift. When you're getting sick, your skin and sweat start releasing different volatile organic compounds, and your cat notices all of it before you do. There was actually a case published in the New England Journal of Medicine about a cat named Oscar who lived in a nursing home. Oscar would climb onto patients' beds and refuse to leave, sometimes hours before they passed away. Doctors believed he was detecting changes in body temperature and chemical signals that the human body releases near the end of the life. Now, your cat probably isn't predicting anything that's serious, but if they suddenly climb on you when they normally don't, pay attention to how you're feeling. Check in with yourself. Are you more stressed than usual? Have you been sleeping poorly? Is something physically off that you've been ignoring? Your cat might be the first one in the room to notice that something needs your attention. And the fact that they climbed on you instead of walking away, that's not random. That's them saying, "I'm not leaving you alone with this." 2. They're claiming you as their territory. Ever wonder why your cat doesn't just sit next to you, but has to physically get on top of you? This one might sting a little, but that climb isn't always about love. It's about ownership. Your cat has scent glands in their paw pads called interdigital glands, and every time they press their paws into your body, they're releasing invisible pheromones directly onto you. Those pheromones are basically a name tag that tells every other animal in the house, "This human belongs to me." And if you have more than one cat, you've probably noticed this even more. One cat climbs on you, then 10 minutes later, the other one does the same thing. That's not both of them being affectionate at the same time. That's a turf war happening right on your lap. Now, here's what most people get wrong. When your cat is in the middle of doing this, and you pick them up and move them, you just erase their entire message. You wipe the slate clean. And to your cat, that feels like rejection, even though you were just getting comfortable. So next time it happens, let them finish. Give them a minute to settle and press in. That's all they need. But here's the part that's going to change how you see all of this. There's one specific version of this climb where your cat gets on your chest, knees into you, and slow blinks that has nothing to do with territory. It goes so much deeper than that. And when we get to the last point, you're going to understand exactly what your cat is really telling you. It's the most powerful thing they can say without making a sound. And hey, if you never knew a simple climb could mean all of this, hit like and subscribe so we can reach more owners who deserve to know what their cat is really telling them every time they get that close. 3. They don't want you, they want your heat. What if the reason your cat climbs on you has absolutely nothing to do with how they feel about you? This one is humbling, but it's real. Cats run a natural body temperature of about 101.5 degrees F. That's significantly warmer than yours. And because of that, they're constantly looking for the warmest surface they can find to maintain that temperature without burning extra energy. Your body just happens to be the most reliable heat source in the room. Think about when it happens most. Late at night, early morning, cold evenings when the heat kicks off. Your cat isn't suddenly more affectionate at midnight. They're cold and you're a 98.6 degrees heating pad that breathes. This is especially true for thinner coat breeds like Siamese, Burmese, and Sphinx cats. They lose body heat faster, so they seek contact warmth more aggressively. But even long-haired cats will do this when the temperature in the house drops enough. Now, here's how you tell the difference between a heat climb and an affection climb. A cat that wants warmth will find the warmest part of your body, usually your chest or your stomach, and just drop. They won't purr right away. They'll tuck their paws under and go still almost immediately because the goal is energy conservation, not connection. And honestly, knowing this can solve one of the most common complaints cat owners have. If your cat keeps waking you up at 300 a.m. by climbing on your chest, they might not need attention. They might need a heated cat bed or a warm blanket placed where they already like to sleep. Put it near a spot they like to go and you might just get your full night's sleep back without hurting their feelings. 4. They're redirecting anxious energy. Have you ever had one of those days where you couldn't sit still and you didn't even know why? Cats go through that too. And when they do, the thing they climb on isn't random. It's you. Because you're the one thing in the room that still feels predictable to them. Not every climb is a sweet moment. Sometimes your cat jumps on you because something in their environment just changed and their nervous system is buzzing. A new piece of furniture, a stranger's voice coming from the TV, construction noise outside. Even something as small as a new air freshener can throw off a cat that relies heavily on scent to feel safe in their own home. And here's the thing most people miss. A stressed climb looks completely different from a love climb, but most owners treat them the same way. They start petting. They start talking in a soft voice, and for a cat that's already overstimulated, that extra touch can actually make things worse. So here's how to read it. A cat that climbs on you out of affection will approach slowly. Their body will be loose, their tail will be relaxed or slightly curved, and they'll settle in at their own pace. A cat that's climbing because they're anxious will move fast. Their body will feel rigid when they land on you. Their pupils will be dilated. Their ears might be slightly flattened or rotating, and their claws will be out, not to hurt you, but because they're gripping. If you notice those signs, don't pet them right away. Just be the surface. Let your body be the calm thing they came looking for. Keep your breathing slow. Stay quiet. Once their body starts to soften and their breathing slows down to match yours, then you can gently place a hand on them. That's the moment they actually want to be touched, not before. 5. They're testing if you'll reject them. What would you do if someone you loved walked up to you and hugged you, but the whole time they were watching your face to see if you'd push them away? That's exactly what some cats are doing when they climb on you. Not all of them, but the ones who've been through something. Rescued cats, rehomed cats, cats who are yelled at for jumping on furniture, cats who learned at some point that getting close to a human comes with a risk. These cats don't climb on you because they feel safe. They climb on you to find out if they are safe. And there's a big difference between those two things. You can actually spot when this is happening if you know what to look for. A cat that's testing you will climb up slowly. They'll pause halfway. Their body will be slightly tense, and their eyes will be locked on your face, not relaxed and blinking, but watching. They're reading every micro-expression you make before they commit to staying. And this is where most owners mess up without even knowing it. You shift your weight. You reach for your phone. You adjust the blanket. To you, that's nothing. To a cat in the middle of a trust test, that's a flinch. And that small movement just told them, maybe this isn't safe after all. So, if you ever notice your cat climbing on you with that kind of hesitation, do one thing, nothing. Don't reach for them. Don't adjust. Don't even look directly at them. Just stay still and let them land. Let them choose to stay. Those 3 seconds of stillness do more for your bond than a year of treats ever could. 6. You're about to miss their biggest compliment. Remember earlier when I said there's one version of the climb that has nothing to do with territory, nothing to do with heat, and nothing to do with stress. This is it. When your cat climbs onto your chest, starts kneading into you with their paws, and gives you that slow, heavy blink, they're not just getting comfortable. They're performing the exact same motion they used as a newborn kitten while nursing from their mother. That rhythmic push and pull of their paws is called milk trading. It's the first thing they ever learned to do with their body. And it exists because it triggers the release of milk from their mother's mammary glands. But here's what makes this so much bigger than a leftover habit. Research shows that when adult cats knead, their brain releases dopamine and oxytocin at the same time. Dopamine for pleasure, oxytocin for bonding. That's the same chemical combination that floods a mother's brain when she holds a newborn. Your cat is literally recreating the safest neurochemical state they have ever experienced, and they're choosing to do it on you. What makes this even more remarkable is that in the wild, cats stop doing this after they're weaned. It disappears. Adult wild cats don't knead, but domestic cats never stop. And scientists believe it's because of something called neoteny, which means domestication preserved their kitten behaviors into adulthood. The behavior survived specifically because cats kept living with humans. You are the reason this behavior still exists. So the next time your cat climbs on your chest, stay completely still because in that moment, your cat just went back to the safest place they've ever known, and they put you in it.